Are you sure we're not sinking? Oh, of course I'm sure. Go and look for yourselves. The boy is quite right. We are floating beautifully, and now we must sit down and keep perfectly calm. Everything will be alright in the end. What absolute nonsense. Nothing is ever alright at the end. And, well, you know it. Poor earthworm. He loves to make everything into a disaster. He hates to be happy. If this peach is not going to sink, and if we're not going to be drowned, then everyone of us is going to starve to death. By golly, he's right. For once he's right. Of course I'm always right. We shall get thinner and thinner, thirstier and thirstier, and I'm dying already. I'm slowly shriveling up for want of food. Personally, I would rather drown. But you must be blind. How cruel. You know very well I'm blind. There's no need to rub it in. I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. But can't you see that? See? How can I see if I'm blind? Can't you realize that we have enough food here to last us for weeks and weeks? Where? Why, the peach, of course. Our whole ship is made out of food. Jumping Jehoshaphat. We never thought of that. My dear James, I don't know what we would do without you. You are so clever. You must be crazy. You can't eat up the ship. It's the only thing that's keeping us up. We shall starve if we don't, and we shall drown if we do. Oh dear, now we're worse off than before. Now you can eat all you want. It'll take us weeks and weeks to make some sort of dent in this enormous peach. Surely you can see that. Good heavens, he's right again. An excellent idea. What are you looking worried about, Earthworm? What's the problem? The problem is that there is no problem. Cheer up, Earthworm. Come eat. Delicious. Just fabulous. Oh my, you know, James, this peach is ever better than those teeny little green flies that live on rose bushes. And the flies are never good as this. What a flavor. It's terrific. There is nothing like it. There has never been, and I should know because personally I've tasted the finest foods in the world. I've eaten fresh mudbergs by the greatest cooks there are, and scrambled dregs, and stink bug eggs, and hornet stewed in tar, and pails of snails and lizard tails, and beetles by the jar. I'm mad for crispy wapsings on a piece of buttered toast, and pickled spines for porcupines, and then a gorgeous roast of a dragon flesh will hung not fresh. It costs £1 at most. For dinner on my birthday, should I tell you what I choose? Hot noodles made from poodles and a slice of garden hose, and a rather smelly jelly made of armadillo toast. Now comes I do declare the burn of my speech. These foods are beyond compare. Some are right out of reach, but there are no doubt I'd go without it. A million plates of each for one one tiny bite of this fantastic peach. Hooray, hooray, beautiful centipede, hooray. Look at that funny thing, thin black thing gliding through the water over there. There are two of them. There are lots of them. What are they? Probably some kind of fish came along to say hello. They are sharks. I bet you anything you like that. They are sharks, and they have come along to eat us up. Absolute rot. I'm positive they are sharks. I just know it. I just know they are sharks. Just assuming that they are sharks, they still can't possibly be any danger if we stay up here, is there? They are swimming in towards us. Go away, you filthy beast. Look at the size of their jaws. Oh dear, they're attacking. We are finished now. They'll eat up the whole peach, and then there'll be nothing left for us to stand on. Then they'll start on us. Lady Brick, she's right. We are lost forever. Oh, I don't want to be eaten, but they'll take me first of all because I am so fat and juicy. I have no bones. There is nothing we could do? Surely you could think of a way out of this. Think, James. Think. Come on now, James. there must be something we could do. There is something that I believe might try, but I'm not saying it'll work. Tell us quickly. We'll try anything you say, but hurry, hurry, hurry. Be quiet and let the boy speak. Go on, James. Go on, go on. James. I am afraid it's no good. After all, shaking his head terribly. Terribly sorry. I forgot that we don't have any string. We need hundreds of yards of string to make this work. But my dear boy, that's exactly what we'd have to do. We got all you want. How? Where? The silkworm. Didn't you ever notice the silkworm? He's still downstairs. Yes, he never moves. He just lies there, sleeping all day, but we could easily wake him up and make him spin. What about me, may I ask? I could spin just as well as any silkworm. What's more, I could spin patterns. Can you make enough between you? As much as you want. And quickly? Of course, of course. And would it be strong? The strongest there is. But why? What are you going to do? I'm going to lift this peach clear out of the water. Are you mad? It's our only chance. Go on, James. How are you going to do it? Shy hooks, I suppose. Seagulls, a place full of them. Look up there. I'm going to take a long silk string. I'm going to loop one end around the seagull's neck, and then I'm going to tie the other on the end of the stem of the peach. Then I'm going to get another seagull and do the same thing again, and then another and another. Ridiculous. Poppycock observed. Bladderdash madness. How can a few seagulls lift an enormous thing like this up in the air, and all of us as well? There's no shortage in seagulls. Look for yourself. We'll probably need hundreds, 500, maybe even 1,000. I don't know. I should simply go on hooking them up the stem until we have enough to lift us. It's like balloons. You give someone enough balloons to hold, I mean really enough, then up he goes. And a seagull has far more lifting power than a balloon. If only we would have the time to do it. You're absolutely off your head. How on earth do you propose to get a loop of string around the seagull's neck? I suppose you're going to fly up there yourself and catch it. The boy's dotty. Let him finish. Go on, James. How would you do it? With bait. Bait? What sort of bait? With the worm, of course. Seagulls love worms. And you know that. And luckily for us, we have here the biggest, fattest, juiciest earthworms. You can stop right there. Go on, go on. The seagulls have already spotted him. That's why there are so many of them circling around. But they aren't. They had came down to get him while all the rest of us are still standing here. So this is what... Stop. I won't have it. I refuse. My dear earthworm, you're going to be eaten anyway. So what's the difference? What difference does it make whether it's sharks or seagulls? I won't do it. Why don't we hear that from what the plan is first? I don't give a hoot what the plan is. I'm not going to be pecked to death by a bunch of seagulls. Well, you'll be a martyr. I shall respect you for the rest of my life. But he won't have to give his life. Now listen to me. This is what we'll do. Why, it's absolutely brilliant. I shall be pecked to death. Of course you won't. I will, and I know I will, and I won't even be able to see them coming at me because I have no eyes. I won't let them touch you, I promise you. I won't. But we have got to hurry. Look down there. Action station. Jump to it. There is not a moment to lose. All hands below deck except earthworm. Yes. Come on, let's hurry. And you, Centipede, get the silkworm to work at once and tell him to spin. He has never spun before. And you too, Spider, hurry on down. Start spinning.